Welcome to Fragmental.
An amusing take on random topics. So, I think I always open with "so," don't I? I'm like, so.
You do.
Welcome.
Hey.
Anyway, I'm driving to work. I don't know, yesterday, day before yesterday. I don't know, whatever it is. So it's two lanes to work, and I'm in the passing lane, like you're supposed to be in the passing lane because I'm trying to pass cars. I wasn't late. I just was driving faster than those guys.
Yeah.
And I don't know, speed limit's 45? No, it's 50, 45. 40, 45, doesn't matter. Anyway, this fucking asshole, like doing the same speed as the guy in the right lane. And this is the passing lane. I mean,
fuck that guy.
Get the fuck over, right? I mean, either slow down and get behind him or speed up and get in front of him because I'm coming through.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's just I got like a pet peeve of people that drive, and especially on the interstate, because when we used to drive, it was like a 12-hour drive to my parents' house, all interstate. Then you're 70 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour.
Right. You just want to get cooking. You want to get there.
You want
to
get there, but you also, and I'll go right, and then I come up on a car, I'll get left, and then get right again. And you got these fucking guys that just hang out in the left lane.
And they're typically not, right, that's my thing is, you should, if you're not passing people anymore, get over to the right.
If you can get over to the right, get over to the right.
Yeah.
But then you've got two fucking lanes of traffic that's 6 miles backed up because one person is holding everybody else up. It's amazing to me when people actually get over and people start flowing through, how it just all of a sudden it just opens up. It's a huge fucking pet peeve.
So, I mean, we've talked about this before, right? I mean, I've got a 34-mile drive each way to work.
Mm-hmm.
So I just saw this exact scenario Tuesday, I think, or one of the early days this week. And it was the same thing where I'm sitting there, I'm in the left lane, and I'm like, I'm doing 50 in the left fucking lane. And then it gets to a point where I could see the front of what was causing this. It was a quarter mile in front of me, and there's a son of a bitch driving 50 in a 60 in the left-hand lane, causing a traffic jam by himself.
It's annoying. It's a pet peeve. I mean,
no, it's a huge pet peeve of mine, and just from and I think most people, as people, we have road rage any damn way.
Absolutely.
But I think that's a huge one.
No, and what's funny is it's like it's illegal now. I mean, right? It's a law.
It's supposed to be a passing lane, not a chill lane.
How do you police that? I mean,
you police it by the dick doing 60 and a 65 in the left lane.
Well, I get that, but where are you going to hire more fucking cops to get out there to police that?
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. Those motherfuckers have no problem parking on the freeway to hit their number.
Well, speeding number. I don't think.
Right, I don't know that.
I don't know if we want to get into this topic, because if they're already playing, like, we're hosed if we're on this highway. Oh, that's funny. You're in your quota, motherfucker. Well, here's 6 tickets. I'm still in my driveway. I can find something. Broken taillight. Smash.
But I was thinking, like, does it trade off to, like, you were down a rape this month, but you had 12 extra speeding tickets?
It's like fucking sales quotas.
Right. They're like, look, guys, we're really... Are you happy at that point when you're like, we're really down on rapes? Fuck yeah, guys. I don't know.
We're down on a rape, so here's...
Luckily, you supplemented with your speeding tickets.
So quarter run numbers, rapes are down, tickets are up, murders are flat.
Stock way down.
Nice work, guys. Give yourself a bonus.
If those things happen, I think the police did their fucking job, just saying.
Rapes are down this month. Oh, that's fucking great.
Both women listeners are pissed at me right now, and I'm sorry I didn't mean it.
No, it's a good thing. Rapes are down. That's a good thing. Look at the positive side of it. Rapes are down this month.
That's right. Hell yeah.
Exactly.
But that's a good point. Pet peeves, right? We all have them. Mm-hmm. We all have a ton of them driving, right? Not using a turn signal, right? Annoying as shit, right?
Yeah. In all transparency, fairness, transparency, how the fuck you want to say it?
Farency?
In all fairncy, or fairness. I can't. I fucked that one up. I was turning into. I was going to the grocery store, and I was turning left, and across like 3 lanes, it had a turning lane, and there was a dude waiting, and then I just turn in. Oh, I was turning right. He was waiting for me to come up. I'm turning right, and I didn't hit my signal, and he was fucking
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, he was pissed at me. And I got into the grocery store, and I'm like, "You're an asshole." I mean, hit your fucking signal so the guy could have, because he was gonna go across the lanes and go like back.
Yeah, he's easily gonna be there another 8 minutes.
Yeah, he's waiting for me. Like, what is he doing? What is he doing? He's fucking turning. You asshole.
You're right though, but those are little things that we all do them from time to time by accident, but they are so annoying. And also, if you put your turn signal on and I let you in front of me, just give me the little wave. You know, the little thanks, dude.
Yeah, the heads up. Like, hey, thanks for the.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Just in the mirror, like all you do is just like.
Yeah. I don't know why.
You have to suck my dick. Just wave. Just
right.
Just wave.
Right. It's a little wave. Or I love when the truck driver does the little like flashes lights thing to say thanks. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ralph.
That really fucking annoys. My dad was a truck driver, like growing up. So I kind of know all of that. Not, I guess it's like driver etiquette.
Yeah.
Like, especially with tractor trailers, they need to know where they're at to clear.
Yes.
So you flash your lights. They let themselves in, and then they flash your lights, so you get the back lights flash. I've done that. I know how that works, and I've flashed truck drivers. I've let them in, and I don't get the rear tail light flash.
You feel cheated, right?
I'm like, you're a fucking dick. You know how this works,
right?
You're in the profession.
I slowed down to let you over, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You acknowledge that shit.
I could have drove you into the fucking median. Well, actually, I would have lost that one. Let's be fair.
He's like, joke's on you. I would just run you over.
Exactly. Here's 17 tons versus your 1.5. So you figure out who's going to win that fight. The other one, speaking of like letting people in, is like when you got to merge.
Yeah.
Right. The lane is cut down, and it's. If you just go 1, 2, like every other car kind of lets themselves in, it flows
seamless.
It's seamless. It's a little slow. I mean, it's slower, but you're moving, right?
Yeah, there's a difference between going 50 and coming to a complete stop because people are dicks. Like I have no problem with we slowed down and a quarter of a mile we're back up. Cool.
Yep.
We figured it out.
As long as you're moving.
Yes, but then you go down to almost a complete stop. Then it goes 25, then another complete stop, and then 40 and another complete stop. And I'm sitting there just screaming. I mean, I have no hair, so I have none to pull out, but I agree. Well, so goddamn annoying.
You got a little bit right here.
I got the open stadium right now, but yeah. I got to shave
the horseshoe.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
OHIO.
OHIO.
But okay, so another one talking about the turn signal thing. The one thing I hate is I'm behind a guy because he's going too slow, or I need to get over in the left lane, and you're not really going too fast, but I put on my left turn signal pretty much just to let you know I'm getting over.
Yeah,
and then the guy speeds way the fuck up and slows down beside me. I will fucking try to fight you. Like
you were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, like I didn't insult your mom. I just want to get over. I don't give a shit who you are.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit if I get in behind you.
And it's a courtesy. FYI, I'm going to go left here in a second. You know,
right.
FYI, you know what I mean? I'm trying not to drive into you. So
yeah, just so you know,
dick.
And then he's like, "Not in my house." You're like, man. I memean, I literally have tried to tell people to pull over so I can fight them.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. The other one is because driving to my parents' house, we're on the highway for not anymore, but for a while we're like 12 hours, right? So you put it on cruise control, lock it in. I don't know, 75, 80 miles an hour on the highway because that's what traffic is usually going.
Yeah,
and just lean back in the chair, but put your feet up on the dash.
Get some roadhead. I hear you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, go tell somebody else about that roadhead. You'd go sell that.
Those were the days.
Those were the days. Isn't that a song? That's a song, right?
Yeah, it was Archie Bunker. No,
yeah. When the weeping willow or something like that. Anyway, and you're cruising along, got your cruise control on, and you're flowing, right?
Yeah.
You got the flow going. Everything is just cool. Tunes are going. People, your wife / girlfriend's asleep on the passenger side.
You're right. That's a good road trip.
That's a great road
for
trip.
sure.
Yeah,
not being a dick. It is.
You're just
good tunes on, or you're listening to a good game, or whatever.
Yeah. And you're going along, and you come up behind somebody, and you hit the left lane's open, right? There's not anybody next to you, and you go hit your signal, and you go around them, and those motherfuckers speed up.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm doing 75 miles an hour, and I caught you.
Yeah.
I mean, so obviously you're not going my same speed. And then you're riding side by side. And now you're the asshole in the passing lane. Right?
Yeah.
Because you're not going fast enough.
Yeah.
So then you got to step on the fucking gas. Now, lucky you, when you let off the gas, the cruise control comes back on. But it's like, just let me go. I mean,
it's the exact same logic. Like, I'm not insulting your mother. Like, I'm not calling you out. I'm just trying to go on about my business. I don't give a fuck about you. That drives me nuts.
Are you a mirror checker when you drive? Like, are you like, because when I drive, it's like side mirror.
I use the mirrors a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. As I'm going, I mean, it's like
That's how I was taught, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I rotate the time. Like, it's not like every 5 minutes I'm checking, but I'm
but
literally checking the mirrors.
Absolutely. Yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah. So, but it's just, what the fuck?
So, I agree with you. It drives me nuts. Look, I think, like I said, I'm pretty sure 85% of the world has road rage over this type of shit.
Yeah.
And everybody, like I said, some of these we just do by mistake. Usually the turn signal thing.
The turn signal, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's, no, I hear you. So, okay, so we're talking about cars. So what about just travel in general? Right? I mean, you travel a lot, Dave.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean,
Well, I used to, but yeah. I still do.
Yeah.
Personal.
I mean, you guys,
Personal. We like to travel.
So, five plus times a year, you're still on the road, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. So, like flight, like the airport is, and in some previous jobs, I traveled a ton. I mean, I was flying a ton in previous positions. That sounded kind of sexual, didn't it? Flying in previous positions.
Wait, Mile High Club?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Dave.
Let's change topics.
You know what a pet peeve of mine is? I still haven't joined the goddamn Mile High Club.
Yeah, I don't know how they fucking do that though. I mean, I've been in those those bathrooms on airplanes.
Oh yeah,
and now they pack those flights. It's not like there's like 6 of you on this flight to fucking Zurich. You know what I mean? there's 400 people. It's like you and your fucking significant other get up and both go into the bathroom at the same time. Obviously, you're fucking her, or she likes to get peed on. One of the two.
Well, if she does, I'm pretty sure that's going to lead to her fucking you if you piss on her. But yeah, I hear
exactly. Still Mile High Club either way. But hey, look, I travel a ton. I have a method down in it because I've done it. You know what I mean? I know like and that's part of the reason I got TSA pre-check. So I didn't have to deal with a bunch of other people that don't travel as much.
That's fair.
And I'm not shitting on people that don't travel as much because they just don't know. But you get in those lines. There are some airports where you end up kind of getting in a line with everybody else. As I like to refer, the common people, as I like to say.
the common folk.
The common folk. You elitist motherfucker. But they just
Europe, Dave.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, you fucking elitist prick. Still paying for that, by the way. But they just don't know. So it's just like they got their shoes on and they're like, you gotta take your shoes off. And the fucking line just keeps getting
What do you mean I
got
gotta take my belt off?
Yeah. You just literally beeped going through the...
And you passed 3 signs that said, take your belt, shoes off, put your laptop in its own bin. Like, there are signs that told you to do this.
Yeah. Here's another thing with pet peeve, and we talked about this. Those fucking kids running around the goddamn airport.
Oh, yeah. And I got a shitload of kids, and I agree with you.
Yeah. It's like, get a hold of your fucking kids. This isn't romper room, man. This is a
Especially once they pass TSA pre-check, they're like, look, I've got fucking Rambo back here that's not going to let my kid run out. Yeah. I'm good. They're just going to run fucking rampant until it's a half hour before boarding or whatever.
Half hour, fucking 10 minutes before boarding. Sure. But it just shit like that. And like, you want to know pet peeve? This is a good one. And it just came to me. So I get on when I was traveling, I would everything was carry on, right? Because I didn't need to wait I didn't want to wait for my fucking luggage. There's no need to.
Oh yeah, so much.
I was only gone for like a day or two, maybe 3, so everything fit in an overhead bin. When I didn't have status, again, because I'm a elitist motherfucker.
That's what I was gonna say, dude.
Yeah.
The more you talk, the more
I sound like
getting.
Yeah.
People will be speaking British by the end of this conversation.
I've tried. I'm horrible with that accent. But the people that come on board late Or I'm sorry, not late. They're getting on board early, and they're in the back of the plane.
Yep.
And they take their fucking rollerboard and they put it over like they're in like 30. They're like 30, and they put it over like 11,
so they can grab it on
the
their
way out, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's such a good one.
And the guy gets on and then I get on in 11. And I got to put my fucking bag 6 rows back,
right?
Because
good luck walking back against the grain to get that shit.
To get there, because nobody's gonna let you go. I mean, and people are cool because you're like, hey, can you grab me that bag right there? Because if anything, if they're smart and they're thinking about it, getting that bag to me gets me out of their way so we can get off the fucking plane,
dude. I'm so first of all, I'm that guy that would be happy to grab it for you for that reason.
Yeah,
and I choose to sit in the aisle because. Even though I'm 5'8", I never have legroom in a plane.
Yeah, no, the legroom is. I don't care how fucking tall you are. It's
so I prefer the aisle so I can put my right leg out.
Yeah.
I love to trip them when they're doing the beverages.
Or get when you fall asleep and they hit you with a drink cart.
Yeah.
Ever had that happen? That's
I've
fucking
heard
eye-opening.
Like, they broke a forearm.
Oh, I'm sure they have. I mean, that fucking cart is. It's designed to take a plane crash.
So, so I'll be honest with you. I don't sleep on a plane. Just because of how many people I see get recorded when they're sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
And whether it's, this guy's snoring, look at him, what a dick, or look at this guy, he's got morning wood, fucking whatever.
Look at this guy, he's jerking off over here.
He's in his sleep.
Wait, what?
What a sick fuck. Sleeps with his mouth open. For what? There's 37 reasons people record you sleeping. So I refuse to sleep on a plane now because of that son of a bitch. No joke, if I woke up to somebody recording me, I'll grab the fucking phone and smash it and dare them to stop me. That's a huge pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I get it. So I should probably turn this camera off behind me that you can't see.
Did you see the SNL R. Kelly thing when he did the interview with Gayle King? So it was Kenan Thompson.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, y'all are freaks. You got your cameras right out in the open.
He's like, this is a fucking interview.
And he looks at the plan. He's like, is this the camera? And they're like, no.
Oh, it's the fucking camera behind me.
And the guy's like, hey. Sorry. You know what another pet peeve is probably for the listeners? How fucking fragmental we are.
Yeah, exactly.
On our tangents.
Wait, where the fucking top? What are we talking about again?
But another pet peeve of mine is, so getting way back to being in the aisle, is I stand up and I ask anybody else in my aisle, is there a bag you want me to grab for you? And if everybody does that, now granted, maybe the person is a kid who's in the aisle, or, they're obviously walking and it's a lot of pain for them to walk. I get that. But if you're an able-bodied person, do that. Let this move quick. Nobody wants to be in this plane any longer. That's another pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, no, I get it. Well, it kind of leads into like that, but that's a courtesy thing at that point, right? It's like, and there's another one like please and thank yous and
yeah.
We were talking about this earlier. I had my homeroom. Was it my homeroom? Yeah, I think one of my homeroom teachers when I was like a junior in high school. Asked one of the students to take something to the principal. I don't know what the fuck it was. It doesn't matter. It was a while ago. And he goes, they're like, yeah, sure, no problem. And he goes, thank you. And they go, yup. And the kid left. And to this day, he had like little half glasses on. And he kind of looks at the whole room and he's like, what happened to you're welcome? Like literally like you're welcome. Now, I say now when somebody says thank you, that image pops in my head and I'm like, you're welcome. Or no problem. You know what I mean? You acknowledge
there are other things you can do that
acknowledge
are still polite.
The thank you.
Yeah. Huge pet peeve of mine is chivalry, right? It's dead, man. And that's one of the things. Be gracious. If I open a door for you, give me a head nod, give me a thanks, give me a something. Don't just walk by. I swear to God, there have been easily a handful of times I've thought about tripping a motherfucker because he blew through the doorway. And it's like, first of all, I was holding it for those 3 women that you knocked out of the way. Second of all, you're a bitch. Sorry.
No. I'm laughing because I have this image in my head because on your way to work and somebody at work like goes to the door and you like fucking tackle them in the lobby. Like,
say thank you, bitch.
And security's like, what the fuck is going on over there?
It's cool, man. He didn't say thanks.
And they're like, Yeah, we got
You son of a bitch. No, you're right.
And then they whip out like nightsticks.
Right. All of a sudden, Reginald Denny's going on in the lobby because he didn't say, "Goddamn, you're welcome."
Can't we all just get along?
Oh, right. That was Rodney King, not Reginald Denny. Sorry.
Who's Reginald Denny?
He was the guy, the truck driver that they pulled out.
Oh, he's the truck driver they pulled out.
Yeah, that's
right.
not funny.
No, which one? Oh, the white dude they pulled out of the truck.
Yeah, neither of them are funny.
No.
Fucking awful, but yeah, I took that in a dark place. I'm sorry, you guys. But the point is, say thank you, give an acknowledgement. If you go in the elevator, if you're the first one in, push the buttons, ask people where they're going. Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Don't walk to the back of the corner and look down and hope they push the right button for you. Prick.
Do people do that?
I see people all the time.
Really?
Look, you know who does it? I don't mean to be a prick. Fucking millennials. They look down, they're antisocial, they're on their phone, and it's like, is third floor cool?
And
And
that's
they're
where
like,
I'm going.
Oh, yeah, 4. And you're like, was I supposed to know that? I even asked you. See, I was the second one in, and I still asked them what floor. Like, don't be a bitch. Right?
That's the theme tonight. Don't be a bitch.
It's not pet peeves.
It's don't be a bitch.
But I mean,
Fragmental. Don't be a bitch.
That when we create bumper stickers, that's what it's gonna be. The Fragmental logo just says "Don't be a bitch."
But hey, as a side, that has so many levels to it. If you think about it, like don't be a bitch, like. You can use that in multiple levels. It's
sure.
fucking great.
That's like shit fits in anything. Like it's hot as shit. It's cool as shit. It's
fuck. Obviously,
shittier as shit.
One of my favorite words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And our general fact checker knows that for a fact. Fucking A right.
She's pissed right now just because you said fuck so many times.
Exactly. She's counting. One day I'm going to run into her and she's going to be like, you said 652 fucks. I did?
On episode 10.
Episode 4.
But, I mean, I don't know. Are there some others? I mean, just...
Well, you know what? Here's a thing in etiquette-wise. Like, you at least acknowledge people you may not know them, but you recognize them.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, how you know? Like, hey, like that, like you said, like the head nod or whatever in the hallway. I don't need to hear your life story. I'm not trying to be your best friend, but just like acknowledge that you know me because we've been in meetings together. We've been wherever. It's like,
head nod, flash a smile, say, hey, how's it going?
Right.
Like if I tell you, hey, how's it going? Just so you know, I don't plan on having a 20-minute conversation. I'm being nice.
I'm literally walking at like fucking 20 miles an hour. So you know I got somewhere to go.
Right. It's common courtesy.
Yeah.
Dude, that's lacking so much right now. And that's my thing. Just be nice to each other, man. Like, there's no reason, dude. We're all busy.
Don't be a bitch.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's our new theme. We'll come up with a song. Don't be a bitch. Meow, 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 meow. Girl.
Well, the way they write songs now, we can just do "Don't Be a Bitch" over and over and over again. It'll probably go to like number 4 on the chart.
And we'll just have to, like, the background music will be some song from the 80s or 90s.
Exactly. We'll sample the shit out of it.
You're right. We'll pick a Survivor song and just dub over "Don't Be a Bitch."
That fucker can sing. Let's be clear.
Yes, he can.
Who's the other guy we talked about the other day who can sing? I don't remember.
Fucking Sam Smith.
Sam Smith. Yeah. By the way, guys, that's an inside joke because every time I put on, not that I put on Sam Smith, but we talk about people that can sing. I'm like, that fucking Sam Smith can sing. If you haven't heard Sam Smith, which I think most of you have, go out and listen to him because that fucker can sing.
Yes, he certainly can belt it out. But no, man, I hate that. Where people don't acknowledge you. Dude, just be appreciative for shit, man. Say thank you. Say please. I've said this before.
And it doesn't take much, right? You know what I mean?
No effort.
Yeah,
it takes
zero.
more effort to look down than it did to quick 80s half mustache smile. Took no effort.
Half mustache, though.
Well,
smile.
So
sorry, I'm fucking like 4 drinks.
It was
right
a
now.
full mustache, but don't you remember the 80s? Like, dude, was it John Oates, Daryl Hall, John Oates.
Yeah,
John Oates, great stash. But if you watch any of their music videos, he did sorry guys, you can't see this. He did the.
Oh, like the winky,
the half smile,
like the
kinda.
wink smile. Yeah,
That's what I mean. That's
it's more like a smirk.
Yes, but it's only half of your mouth, where he just does the. Like, I know you guys can't see it. I'm sorry, but that's a pet peeve of mine that people don't do it anymore because I love 80s mustaches. So
does the porn industry.
Hell yeah, they do. Mustache rides, anyone?
80s mustache rides. It's
Oh
all
man, they're
dusty and
so
dirty.
good. Good soup strainer going on there.
Soup strainer.
Lip blanket.
Hey, we should have done that in naming things last week.
Oh man, you're right. We didn't talk about stashes.
We didn't talk about a lot of stuff last week.
Yeah, we did. We missed a lot of it. We're gonna have to do a part 2 to that.
Yeah, I think half of our episodes we need a part 2 to. Part 2 of.
Yeah. Good. Hey, speaking of chivalrous, good catch, Dave.
Thank you.
It was very good.
Yeah, you're welcome, Mike.
But okay, so they got me thinking of something, right? It's because we've used 2 words pretty interchangeably: pet peeve and annoying.
Yeah.
So is it the same thing or is it a little different?
I don't know, man. I think people call them. If it's something that kind of everybody gets upset about, that's an annoyance. And
Okay.
So to me, a pet peeve is like, I'm irritated that those 2 water bottles are condensing, and you're like, dude, you're out of your fucking mind. That's fine.
It's humid as shit in here.
Exactly.
And you're like, no, man, look at them fucking bottles.
Yeah,
man.
that just annoys that it irritates the shit out of me.
Fucking Ice Mountain. Fuck those guys.
That would Ice Mountain's good. Fuck you and Ice Mountain. It's spring
No,
water.
I love Ice Mountain, but you were talking about the water condensation.
Well, that was the only thing I can think of to give an example. So, what the fuck?
Ice Mountain makes good water. What are you talking about?
It's fucking great water. It's from the Ice Mountain. It's spring water. I hate filtered water. It has to be spring water.
All right. So,
Anyway, so if it's like an individual thing, I think it's more of a pet peeve.
Okay, yeah. So
maybe not. I mean, that's how I would look at it.
That's a pretty good call because I was starting to wonder: is a pet peeve where an annoyance just got so bad that it it goes to your core, chaps your ass, sizzles your bacon, whatever the fuck else you want to use.
Here's a good example of I think is a good example between an annoyance versus a pet peeve. Like I have a very slight OCD. Well, I probably have a lot of OCD, but like cords, like Mike, you see the cords of the microphones? They're all together and you know they're all wrapped up. So that annoys that. Like when I see that stuff, I'll organize it or clean it. When I'll put chairs all against the like in a conference room, I'll make sure all the chairs are in the same spot,
symmetrical.
But other people, it doesn't fucking matter to them. But it's a pet peeve of mine when cables aren't organized or whatever. So, but to some, it's like, I don't give a fuck about the cables or whatever. So I guess that's where I get into like a pet peeve versus an annoyance. Because you and I are both like the suitcase one where they're putting in an 11 and going back. You and I both hate that. I bet you a bunch of other people hate that.
Yeah.
So that's more. I feel like that would be more of an annoyance versus a pet peeve.
It's a pretty good one,
where
actually.
Pet peeves are kind of more to the individual. Just my 2 cents.
Dude, that was insightful as shit, dude. I'm dead serious.
This 18-year-old rum
That's what I was gonna say.
It's making me smarter.
Did you smoke some Sherm before you came in here?
No, I'm going to have to drink this before I go to work. Wait. Probably not.
That's a good point, man, because that's something, as we were talking about, I was trying to figure out that line, dude. I think you summed it up pretty good. You just trimmed 5 minutes off our episode. Good job, man.
So we'll be at 55 minutes or...
So...
Well, I'm going along anyway.
So, all right, talking about etiquette. Like, I'll take this to a dark place, man. The bathroom. One of my biggest...
Is there not lights on in your bathroom?
Well, when I sit on the toilet, it's pretty fucking dark underneath, I suppose. Yeah, I pee in the dark. I just like to aim and hope I hear water.
I just keep peeing until I hear water.
Just swirling your dick around. And like, you hear a little splash and like, oh, go back 3 inches to the right. I hate...
It's like Battleship.
L3.
Stop. You sank my battleship.
One of my biggest... I'm going to call it a pet peeve. I'll let you tell me otherwise. Somebody on the phone in the bathroom.
Don't even fucking get... That's awful.
I promise you, if somebody's on the phone in the bathroom, I'm trying to drop beef. I'm trying like hell. So, I mean, one time I loved it because the guy was on the phone, and man, I dropped baloney like nobody's business. I guarantee it echoed to whoever was on the phone, and they were like, "Oh my God, was it Hiroshima over there? What the hell was that?" I mean, I hate it. Like, dude, if you're on the shitter, wait 3 minutes, wipe your ass, and go make a call.
Yeah. I was, that happened to me the other day, or not the other day, well, a couple months ago. But all of a sudden you hear, like, they start talking, and I'm like, who the fuck are they talking to? I'm like, you're seriously on the shitter talking to somebody on the phone.
Not cool.
I would be completely embarrassed.
Yeah, right. I'm never, even at home, that's not something I do. Like, hey, what's up, bro? Dude, what is the echo? I'm taking a shit. Hold on. You know, like, no, that's awful, man.
If you did, I'd be like, call me back.
I don't know that I've ever been more proud of dropping that huge fucking bomb when he was on the phone. I hope it was his wife, and I hope she was like, oh my God, I hate you.
Well, I've been on conference calls where you hear the toilet flush.
I have too. And
what the
like,
fuck?
And first
mute
of all,
your phone.
Put it on mute.
Yeah.
Second of all, leave it in the hallway. Go take your piss. Grab it on your way back to your office. I get it. You work from home. Cool. Mm-hmm. Put the mute on. Take your piss. Go outside and take your piss. I don't care. I don't need to hear the echo, and I don't need to hear the flush. That's awful.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
That is a pet peeve.
Oh man, it bothers the shit out of me.
You know what it is? It's just at the end of the, I don't know, at the end of the day, I say that a lot. It's just what's the word I'm looking for?
They're worthless pieces of shit.
No, I don't want to go that far. I mean, they probably are. I'm not saying they're not, but you're not thinking. You're not thinking like, I wonder what this would sound like, or I wonder what, other people can hear this. That they have no sense of shame, apparently.
Because what if that guy was on a conference call and you heard the fucking biggest, loudest beef you've ever heard? And they're like, sorry, was that a Chinese firecracker fart I just heard, Bob?
No, I just stepped on my dog.
No, that was the question mark. Where it sounds like you're asking a question on the end of it. Man, that's another one we missed out on naming things.
Farts?
Yeah. But, yeah, that's, what else is another one in the bathroom? You always say, treat it like you would your own bathroom.
Who says that?
I say it, and I hope other people do. Because, like, when I go in public, I do the same as I would if it were at home. I'm going to...
Piss all over the wall?
You dirty son of a bitch. No, like...
Because that's what it's like going into a public bathroom.
I know. That's another huge pet peeve of mine. Why is there shit on the wall? Like, are you aiming? Are you shooting it?
Have you ever seen that meme where it's like, it shows the guy, it says, it's like, don't do this, and it shows a guy in like a public bathroom. He's handstanding on the toilet with his pants around his ankles, and he's like shitting onto the floor upside down. It's awesome.
I've never seen it.
I'll have to find it and send
but
it to you.
Oh man, I hate it. This is not, I guess, similar. Sorry to our listeners who don't like to talk about shit, but so I go to a friend of mine.
There are listeners, Mike.
A friend of mine comes. This was at work. He comes and he's like, "Oh my God, did you see what's in the bathroom?" And I'm like, "No, why? What's going on?" He's like, "Just I can't even give words to it. I forgot about it. It's an hour later. I go to the bathroom and I go walking in the stall, and a 3-foot long green log is so solid it's sticking up out of the toilet." And it's like, dude, who leaves that? And then somebody said, "Do you think it's because if they hit flush, it would have been like a paint spinner and just would have splattered?" And I'm like, first of all, that's gross. But who does that?
First of all, they should see a doctor.
So at that point, they were like, "Who do you think did it?" I was like, "Look, man, whoever did that's been to prison." That's all I'm saying.
If they had been to prison, it wouldn't look like that. It'd come out way easier.
I'm just saying. And then I said, or find the guy huddled up dead in a corner.
Find the guy that walked in at 240 and walked out at 198.
But again, like, do you do that at home? No, I bet most people don't.
No. It's funny
Hate that.
when we travel, like when we were we were talking about driving and stuff. My wife comes out of the bathroom and she's like, "Women are like the dirtiest." Like she's never been, she's never been, but like majority of the women's bathrooms we've been in, like driving, public bathrooms.
Yeah.
She goes, "I don't understand it. I mean, to your point, it's like, does their home bathroom look like that? That's
Right.
awful."
Do you tell her like you don't want to see the men's room then?
And a lot of times, I think the men's room is actually cleaner.
Seriously? Oh,
Seriously.
that's terrible.
Yeah.
In high school, like we didn't do this during the day, but like before football games when everybody had already left or during 2-a-days, we shat in the women's room, the girls' room, I guess, because it was so much cleaner. Like for some reason, the boys, our doors were stall doors were off. So
same at my house. I didn't fucking get that.
yeah,
Like one of our student presidents ran on the platform of getting doors installed.
It's a great platform.
I shit you not. Everybody's like, "I'm gonna get doors installed in the men's room," and all the guys are like, "Yes."
Right, man. Look, I have no shame. I think everybody who knows me would say that. But you know
I
what
don't
I
wanna
like to
see a
do
guy
when
shitting, right.
I want to shit in pseudo peace. I don't want to see you shitting. Like it's a necessary evil. We all shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Women don't. But us men all shit.
Yeah. What was that State Farm one or whatever with Aaron Rodgers? Was like something about the bathroom. He's like, "Don't you go to the bathroom?" "No, I wish it away," or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the insurance or his agent.
His insurance agent. No, his agent, right.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's what women do. They just think it away.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-mm.
Oh man, I can't get into that. My wife listens. She doesn't.
Yeah, my wife doesn't listen. So,
well, she doesn't. My wife doesn't shit.
Oh, she doesn't.
No, but have you seen? Was that the movie The Change Up? Have you seen that Ryan Reynolds, Jason Bateman?
I've heard of it.
So there's one part where what's her name? She's in a lot of I can't
What's
even.
the name of it?
She's in a lot of I think
Anna
Adam
Faris?
McKay movies. It's The Change Up, but I forget what her name is. She's cute. She's in a lot of movies. This is 40 or whatever. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
All right, never mind then. She's married to a famous director.
Oh, that narrows it down.
But
that actress that's married to a famous director.
That narrows it down to 147.
Exactly.
But anyways, she went and she's tearing the toilet up. And the guy's sitting there and he just rolls over. So in his mind, he's like, I'm about to fuck because they change bodies.
Oh, right.
So he's like, I'm about to fuck this guy's wife. I've always wanted to. She's so hot. And then you hear the just demolishes this thing. And she comes in and the way she gets into bed, her ass is facing him. He's like, "Hey, what's your point in that thing? Don't come in hot. You're not coming into bed hot like that." And she's like, "What?" He's like, "Be fucking ashamed of yourself." Oh man.
I was watching. Speaking of we're off on a tangent here, but that makes sense. I was watching like outtakes of like Ryan Reynolds outtakes, and it was him and Jason Bateman, and I'm like, so that must be The Change Up.
Yep, funny movie. Ryan Reynolds is funny as shit anyway.
Yeah.
And Jason Bateman is too. Fucking Ryan Reynolds, man. That guy's got it all, doesn't he? Super good looking. Seems like he's probably athletic as crap. Mm-hmm. Good for him, man. His wife's
he's got a hot
beautiful.
wife, yeah. And they fucking bust each other's balls, which I love.
Yes. Right. Like, yeah,
I love the one where he's like, "Happy birthday to my wife," and it's like just him. You can see like the edge of her. He had cut her out of the picture.
So another one that somebody brought up to me, the toilet paper roll. Like this one, man, I've seen people getting like full on arguments over this shit. Like, does the toilet paper come from the top or the bottom?
So it comes from the top in our house. I think when I was living by myself, I think I had to go the other way. And then when my wife and I moved in together, it went the way that she does it.
Right, shocker.
I could care less either way. It's all I want is toilet paper to wipe my ass. It's all I need.
I'm the same way. I don't care.
Yeah.
But my wife, like, if one of the kids put it on upside down, it's go time. She comes out of the bathroom. "Are you fucking kidding me?" She doesn't say that, but
it makes for good drama.
It does. But oh man, she will go off. She'll fix it, or make them go fix it. And I'm like, I mean, come on. Like, I get it.
Toilet paper.
Right.
Let
it
it
doesn't
go.
bother me. But Man, I've seen people just full on like, you're like, what are we talking politics? What's going on? And you're like, fucking toilet paper roll, top flow.
So the patent for toilet paper, it shows it over.
Oh, you just answered it then,
I
Dave.
did, yeah. There was a big debate on that, and I think there's a meme out there that says that when they patented toilet paper, they show it with it coming over the top.
So does that mean you could copyright it coming from the bottom now and call it the Dave?
I could. I won't, but I could.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
What's another pet peeve, Mike?
All right, so I'm gonna have for the ladies. Somebody told me this: women do not want to get dick pics. It's a pet peeve of theirs. Dicks are ugly. What do you think, Dave? If you say dicks are beautiful, man,
yeah, that's a whole different.
I mean,
that's a whole different podcast,
right? I mean,
and
you do you, but
I need to have a discussion with my wife. Then.
But I don't know. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I disagree. I guess, but Nikki Glazer says hers looks like an on what is it?
Hastily packed
vagina, whatever she said on Conan. So I guess compared to that, it's probably not that bad looking. But yeah, I guess the other thing I need to delete all the dick pics off my phone.
Well, so truthfully, if I'm sending a dick pic, I'm trying to do something funny.
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
like it's I'm
like,
typical.
Check this out. My wife's like, I've seen it. It's not great.
Like,
thanks.
but no. Did you see what was beside it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm typically not like, hey, check this dick out. She's like, yeah, we've been together for 20 years. I know what it looks like. I nightmare about it.
Or your boss is like, hey, wait a minute, what?
Oh God, that's another reason why I probably don't send them anymore. Is just in the rare that you send it to the wrong person.
Yeah. Oh, like, I mean, I've sent the wrong text, innocent text to the wrong person. I can only imagine, like, oh, check this out, and you're like, sorry guys, and you send it to the group guy text. So like, is that your dick?
Right, you send it to him.
Well, actually, like, that's wrong for two reasons. Because first of all, you're sending your dick to your guy friends, then you're gonna get fucking lit up on the backside of that.
Yeah, right. And you always have some kind of clever message, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I hope you like Farmville because here's my hog.
That doesn't, like, I hope you like pigs, or I hope you like my hog.
Well, no, that's literally a joke from Family Guy.
Is it really?
Where Quagmire told Meg, like, are you into Farmville? I'm way into Farmville. And she's like, oh I love Farmville. Okay, and he's like, you should check out my hog.
Right. Kudos. Yeah, all right. My bad on that one.
It is your bad.
It is.
You know what my pet peeve is? When I come up with a good joke and you fucking piss on it because you didn't remember it.
My pet peeve is I'm fucking funny and you don't get it.
But, I mean, I could see that. I mean, dicks are not attractive.
No, I agree.
Like, I feel like... So I guess what woman is asking for a dick pic? Is it for confirmation maybe? Like, man, this dude's 6'8". He's got to have a hog, right? Yeah. Let's see it. And
show me your dick. And it's like...
And then you see it and it's like, wait, is that an analog? That's not yours.
How are you white and it's black?
Right. You said you wanted to see my big dick.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said you want to see a big dick. My bad.
So, yeah, I don't know. You know what a pet peeve of mine is, Dave?
What?
When a chick gives me blue balls. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Are they doing it on purpose? Are they like, back to your favorite song, man, I bet he's so hard right now. Step back in.
I don't have it keyed up. Dude, you gotta be warning on that.
No, it's got to shoot from the hip, man. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Or shoot on her hip, one or the other.
Whatever she prefers. That's another pet peeve, is like shooting and it's like, who's cleaning this up?
Right. She's mad because it always somehow was on her side of the bed.
Exactly.
I'm not laying in that wet spot.
My side's over here. I'm going to bed. Lay a towel down.
Wake up the next morning. Why do you smell like bleach? Weird.
And why are you so pissed?
By the way, that's sticking to you.
What is that on your... Oh, my bad. Sorry. Hey, put the knife down. All right, just put the knife down.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of a pet peeve if she makes you clean the load up or put it somewhere that you have to put it. Like, no, I consider your back the backstop. Like, no, I don't want to.
It's a repository.
Right, I'm not trying to jizz in a cup. Fucking American Pie.
This isn't the fucking doctor. I'm not at the doctor's office. I'm at the fertility clinic.
Right, I'm right.
This is a sperm bank we're talking
For sure.
about.
Like, if anything.
Especially, you got 4 kids.
I mean, if anything, right, you got to give me a good backstop. Let me just paint by numbers or whatever.
It's one color, Mike.
Well, I just wanted numbers. I'm referring to her breasts.
I don't, what?
That's where I want to put the load. Breasts.
Oh, no,
mouth.
paint by number. I get, okay, yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. Sorry,
It was a bad joke if I had to explain it. Hey, the problem's me, Dave. The problem's me.
Okay. I not that I agree with you, but I agree with you. Geez, this fucking spiraled out of control.
That's what we do.
It's exactly
Any
what we do.
other... I'd be curious, right? Girls have to have, like, some sexual pet peeves, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
Again, this is something we've all done to be complete assholes. I guarantee is a pet peeve where they're like, "Tell me before you come." You're like, "Oh yeah," and then you're just like, "Bam, fire hose." You know, like, you know what a pet peeve of mine is that you gagged on it. You're supposed to act like you enjoyed it.
Don't spit it back in my face.
Oh God. A friend of mine said he dated a girl that did that. That was her thing. Like, if you're gonna go in her mouth, she's gonna French kiss you after, and she's gonna put it back in there. I forget. There's a term for that.
Snowballing.
Is that snowballing?
Yeah.
So fuck snow. That's a pet peeve of mine.
Snowballing. This is a good story. Speaking of snowballing, it doesn't involve me, but we had a bunch of us out one night or one afternoon, and the guy, one of our friends was just like, he started talking about snowballing, and my buddy and I we're looking at each other like, I don't think he knows what that means, and he's just like, yeah, well,
He's talking full on snowball fight.
no, wait, he's just
right.
we go, hey, what do you think that means? And he's like, when girl goes your blowjob and then she kisses you after, and we're like, that's not what snowballing is. He goes, it's not, and I go, both of us go, no, it's like when you come in a girl's mouth and she spits it back into yours. And he's like, oh, fuck that. That's not, no, nah. But he had no clue what that's what he thought snowballing meant.
Man, I hope my wife doesn't listen to this because I hope she doesn't try that shit. She never has. Thank God. Not that she performs said act or anything.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, that was too funny. The look on our face is like, does he, what is he? No, he doesn't know what that means. He can't know what that means. I'm like, do you know what that means? He's like, yeah, it's this. And we're like, no, you're way the fuck off the mark on that one.
So do girls call that snowballing too?
I think that just
do they have fun? Like, we name all this shit funny things. Again, missed opportunities last week. Do they have cool funny things like that?
Well, there's 2 dudes talking right now, so we have no idea. So we'd
right.
have to get a female on.
I'm curious. I'd like to ask that question. Well, Ariana Grande talks about licking the bowl.
Licking the bowl?
That's after you've blown your load inside of her, and then you go and clean the bowl.
Ugh.
Right. I'm not doing that. Like, once little Ariana Grande says that?
Yeah.
In a song. That plays on the radio, by the way.
Huh.
Or did. I don't know. But, yeah.
Does that mean Pete Davidson was the...
Either him or Mac Miller?
Who's Mac Miller?
Her boyfriend before Pete Davidson.
Oh.
He died of an overdose.
Oh. Of what?
He apparently cleaned his own loads out of.
Exactly.
And his loads were filled with cocaine.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it.
Oh, man. I mean, girls got to have, like, funny...
I just wonder if they sit around and be like, so I snowballed this dude the other night.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's like, look...
I know we're kind of assigning like dude mentality to women, but I would be fucking cracking up if that's how.
Dave, in the world of the Pound Me Too movement, I believe that they are allowed to feel this way and think the way we do.
Oh God, I'm not saying they can't. I just think it would be fucking great to hear.
Right? It's like, it's that whole total home mentality, like. Right, when girls have a sleepover, I fully believe they're in thongs and panties having pillow fights. You're not going to convince me otherwise. They do.
Exactly. Even if they don't.
They do.
I just want to sit in the corner. Sit in the corner.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
You're going to slip on something in a little bit. Pay no attention.
Exactly. Why is it all slippery over here? Never mind. It'll clean up with some Clorox.
Oh, man. Any other pet peeves, Dave?
Oh, I can't think of any at the moment. I'm sure when we get done with this, we'll be like, oh, fuck, we forgot about this one.
Forgot that one.
Yeah.
Forgot that one. You know what a big pet peeve of mine is? No joke. And it's on me when I'm in the middle of saying something, then I'm like, what the fuck was I talking about?
Oh, I do that all the time.
Yeah, like that's where I'm like, am I old? Did I drop too much acid in college? Like, what is happening to me?
The kind of a pet peeve is this, like when and we all do this. I mean, we all do this, but like when you're talking and somebody like they assume they know your answer or what you're talking about, and they kind of like cut you off. You're like this, and you're like, no, that's literally not what I was fucking about to say.
Yeah, no, you're dead right, man.
Yeah, so
That's annoying.
It's annoying, right? So back to your earlier question, is annoying and pet peeves kind of interchangeable?
Yeah, but you brought up a good point though. Like, is a pet peeve one that's not universally annoying? Mm-hmm. But then I would stand by what I do. If it really burns to your core, man, is that a pet peeve?
I think if it burns to your core, well, yeah. You know what? It's
or
kind
you
of
just a dick.
Is it like a level? You know,
Yeah.
so you got like annoyance to pet peeve. You know. So I probably have a ton, and probably by Tuesday I'll be like, fuck, I should have talked about this one. I should have talked about that one.
Yeah. So I guess I just thought of another one, right? In college, like the guy who, whether you smoke or don't, the guy who smoked weed but goes way over the top to let everybody know he smoked weed. Like, guys, I'm fucking rolling. Fucking stoned as shit. You guys got any Funyuns? Like, dude, first of all, that's salvia. Second of all, you had like 2 hits, and even if that was hashish, you wouldn't be high yet. Stop it. Like that, people who, maybe it's not just the weed thing. Maybe it's the people who are totally overcompensating to try to fit in. That bothers the shit out of me.
So, we had put on the like, I think that ties into like guys at the gym.
Oh yeah.
I mean, kind of like the guys that like. If you looked at me, you pretty know I don't go to the gym a lot, but we're used to anyway. But the dudes that like fucking grunt, like they're like, when I was living in the Chicago, in Chicago, the gym we were going to was like a old Toys R Us so it was like a big open, high ceilings, everything like that. So when you yelled, it echoed through that entire building. These guys fucking like grunting, and it's like, what are you doing?
One that bothers me, I'll give you this. If you're doing an obscene amount of weight, you're deadlifting 600 pounds, grunt away, dude.
Yeah.
That is an obscene amount of weight. But it's the guys who are doing like nothing. So kind of what you were saying, if you'd see me, you'd never think I hit the gym, but I do all the time, actually. Is you see a guy who just crushed 135 on the bench. That's a 45 on each side. That's not, for a 30-year-old man, that's not a lot of weight. And not everybody's trying to be big, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But don't do that and do the raw, and then you slam the weight down, because that's where I'm going to be like, all right, I'm going to throw another 45 on, and I'm going to have you spot me while I warm up. I'm going to embarrass the shit out of you because you're being an asshole. Or the guy who, there was one dude, I'll never forget this. Dude was jacked. He was in great shape. Would record himself in the mirror all the time, just looking at it, blowing himself a kiss, dancing. He's sitting there like, and even he's sitting there going, and he's doing the movement, and it's like, dude, I fucking hate you. Like, you're jacked. He wasn't that strong either. He was one of the guys I would do that to. Like, not bad. You mind if I get in for a set real quick? And I'd do 20 after he screamed for 5. Like, he blew a fucking nut on 5. Like, it does. It bothers the shit out of me. Like, dude, don't slam your weights. Rack your weights if you're in the gym. Don't leave your shit there. We're not, the people that work there aren't your freaking nanny. Clean the shit up. But yeah, back to where we started here. People who are just being like over the top pretentious to fit in. It does, man. That's a pet peeve of mine. I want people to be individuals.
Yeah.
Be yourself, man. I am who I am. I'm not for everybody, but you're always going to get the honest me.
I agree. I don't have a comment.
Yeah, pretentious dicks, not cool with me. Or I'm not cool with them.
Well, I'm not pretentious. I'm just elitist.
You didn't go British by the end of the episode, and for that I commend you.
I did not. That's a good thing. So, what was I gonna say? Where are we at? We're at 55. So, I think we're good.
All right. No, thank you guys for peeving around with us.
Yeah.
First of all, I just want to say thanks to you that are listening. This is our 10th episode.
Yeah.
Feel like we're hitting a good stride here. We're hitting a good number. So definitely appreciate the listeners. Keep listening, as we always say. Send us a text. Comment on the website fragmental.co. Subscribe on, at this point, all platforms.
Yep.
We want your ideas. Help us continue to get better.
Yep. Absolutely. So. Like Mike said, we're on iTunes or podcast. What was it? Podcast?
The podcast app on
iTunes and Spotify and Google Play. So, and like Mike said earlier, fragmental.co. Leave a comment. We're more than happy to listen and take your idea. So
absolutely, party on, Wayne.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Dave.